of prop that up there. I can use this to prop my phone up. Hey everyone, it's Jeff from Herman House Attic. If you want to check out the carpetbagger, I might see if I can't link his video, but he was a tenant here before we bought, and he did a little video, short video, or he kind of poked his head up in the attic and just looked at the stuff that he saw close. And so anyways, we bought it now, so it's our stuff and we're digging through it. A lot of it's trash, you know, eaten up by rodents and stuff, but we got to make some room for ourselves, and so I wanted to come organize the attic. But I was gonna go ahead before I started moving some things and just kind of give you an idea of a little more in depth than what the carpetbagger was able to do. Anyways, I'm gonna just kind of walk around. We just got the one light right there, and but I got a flashlight, so I'll shine my light on it hopefully and just see a couple things. I'm not going to show anything, I don't think specific, but just some kind of overview, and you can kind of see how it was when we got it. So here we go. So the kind of pain in the butt about the attic is 9-foot ceilings and no attic ladder. So I have to lug in my ladder up here whenever I need to get in here. I'll need to, of course, do something to get up here a little easier, but that's kind of the biggest pain in the butt. I'm just gonna close this while I'm up here. So here we are. This stuff you can see is ours. There's looking north, actually, that window, and of course that's our TV thing. And then this is the other way, back toward the front of the house. You can just kind of see a lot of stuff. There's the trunk, some old, and I've been through and walked around most of this stuff, but it's an old trunk right there, a bunch of books. It's a bookshelf, of course, a bunch of books, and there's a lot of boxes with linens. There has been a few things in the linens, like stuffed within. There's an old crate and old seashell right there, and it's a heater of some sort. I don't know, I'll have to look it up. I'll get it down at some point. Parcheesi board. And there's just like a tin of, I don't know what's in there. I haven't gone through that. There's an old trunk. I did go through that. I got something pretty special I'll show eventually. Newspapers. A lot of them are not from this town. They're from, I think, where their family originally was from. And there's, I'll go back there in a second. And there's some more stuff. Ow! So I'm 6'4", and I'm standing up right now. My head, I'm standing straight up. So it's pretty. So there's pretty good height. It's got a steep roof. What? So there's a old suitcase. That is an old window, but it's actually our old window. We brought it for decor. But there's 4 chairs. I can't remember if the table was in here or not, but 4 old children's chairs, and I actually remember seeing those in one of the pictures I found from Miss Herman's kindergarten class. Another crate. There's an old like director's chair. It's been like recovered and stuff, and there's an old, that right there is like some kind of film. He plays films and stuff. I haven't had a chance to look at it much. Couple more crates, boxes, just clothes. I don't know. It's like this place was in a hurricane. There's a bunch of, you know, newspapers and papers, and these are some of the cool things that we found actually right here. Miss Herman taught kindergarten, and we have found a bunch of old toys, and I've seen many of these toys in the photographs and stuff that I have of her class, so I'll show those at some point. There's some blocks down there, and one of those old, I can't remember what those things are called, where you put the film, the reel in, you click it down and it goes to the next one. We had one growing up, but I can't remember what it's called. This is pretty cool right here. I'll show them. It'll be its own little video. I'm not sure if you know what it is. An old trench coat. It's got a bunch of little holes in it. And then a boatload of books. So, books and books and books. This family had lots of books. Anyways, I gotta, I want to come in here and clean all this up. One of the things we thought about doing was somehow making this into a play area for the girls. But you can just see all the books. This is all kind of what I want to organize today, because it's all flat, and I have another bookshelf that wasn't found in the shed. But I mean, I haven't been through any of this. This is all just how I found it. They wrote a lot of letters, of course. And I imagine that's what a lot of that is. Just letters to each other. And let's see. The daughter was away at college, listening to the drum, children's drum. So they wrote a lot of letters back and forth. A lot of linens. This stuff, and there's some pretty cool architecture. There's a compass, and I think I have another set. But just like random stuff. I mean, so a lot of thread. This is a piece of furniture. I'm not sure what it is. You can see mouse poop there. I'm not sure what that thing is going to be. The back is where all those books are stacked. I don't know if it was a record player that got gutted, or it's got some pretty cool. I don't know what that is. I need to look that up, but it obviously looks like the lamination's kind of coming off. Another drum over there is torn. Coming back here toward the front of the house. This is random stuff. More linens. Boxes and stuff, whatnot. I've not been through any of this either. That looks like an old easel, right there. I haven't been through these boxes. There's a doctor's bag of some sort. So I do know one thing that I need to look at was there's a bench and a whole tray. I don't know what that is. Old vacuum cleaner, some racks and whatnot, and there's actually, my light's not very bright, some hats, but back here somewhere, I don't know what I did with it. Something probably living in that. I don't know what that is. Back here somewhere was some old letters and stuff from like the 1800s, and I think it was when Miss Herman or something was like writing to family. Oh, there's those flags. I found a picture of those American flags, and the kids were walking around with them in the classroom. So get those. I need to look at those a little harder. Big curtain rod, hat. I don't know. Oh, there's the keys into this thing. Nothing. I don't know if this is like dress up stuff or what, but anyway, so a lot of this stuff is just kind of gross, and we're gonna go through it and throw it out stuff, but of course I'm gonna go through with a fine-tooth comb. But this is the attic. This is just kind of what we saw, or found, just like this. Oh. I love going through this stuff. Let's see if I can hold my flashlight and my phone. Stuff wrapped up in glass. Marked porch stuff, back porch, so I'm not sure. Anyways, but that's just kind of stuff, you know, you gotta, oh, my light seems like it's going in and out. But that's just kind of stuff we're finding, so we'll go through it. And there's a bunch of stuff downstairs that we have dug out already that I'm gonna be doing some videos on. Keep dry. Not sure what that's about. An old cot. There's some old, looks like easels of some sort. I don't know what those are. They look like I got canvas on them. Anyways, this, I'm not gonna, oops, my butt too big. I'm not gonna mess with this stuff, this end, yet. But just want to kind of do an overview, a little more in detail than what the carpetbagger did, because, so there you have it. This is in the attic of the Herman House, and we're going to slowly dig through this stuff and hope to show you some pretty cool things. And let's see, memory book. My memory book. Grace Hendren. That is actually, I don't know what year this is, but the Hendrens were, I think that was 1923. That one's dated 1923. So, I mean, this is pretty cool because it's got stuff labeled. I haven't seen this one before. Addresses, prayer calendar. Who that is. Let's see. Where'd those pictures go? There we go. So this is, let's see, Virginia Hall, AJS, Richmond, Virginia. And these are really cool because they're actually labeled. Statue of Monroe at Richmond. Emmanuel Church near the school. Huh. That is really neat that they actually have names and stuff. I don't know what you do with something like this. Huh. Anyways, it's just the type of stuff we find. Bunch of old letters. Bunches and bunches of old letters. I don't know if... I'm not much of a stamp person, but... you know, it'd be kind of neat to look into some stamps and stuff. I don't know if some of these things are... Oh, what is it? Family Bible. See, this is what kind of saddens me because... I hadn't seen this before. I gotta prop this phone up for this. Or not. Let me just take it out. So it's labeled Family Bible on the envelope. But my experience with Family Bibles has been they have like a family tree in them. I saw a marker right here. What is this? So, and there's no cover. But, oh, there goes, family record. 1866, C.B. Herman. Well, that'd be something I'd go through, but my mom has an ancestry account, so maybe there's some way to get in contact with somebody from the family, but as far as I know, they it would have to be extended family because they didn't have any more children. So you never know if you find these boxes. But anyways, I'm gonna start straightening up this attic, make room for our own stuff. I'm gonna keep it on that end because we don't have as much stuff to put in the attic. But just want to kind of give you an overview, and thanks for watching.